meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So now it's my turn. I'm going to present myself and then I'm going to send you guys the subject of today's meeting and divide you into small rooms. Okay. So my name is Isabella. I am 25 years old. I am from São Paulo, also as Lucas. But due to my work, I had to move to Goiânia. So I'm living here in Goiânia for almost 7 months. So it's 6 months now. And I am a production engineering. And I think that's it. So you guys are very welcome here. We are going to talk today about fanaticism. And I'm going to send the questions here on chat. Just a moment. Let me pick them. I'm going to divide you into small rooms. I would like to ask you to choose a leader. And after choosing the leader, present yourself. And please be polite because and respectful, because sometimes we have different subjects here. And those are the questions, and I'm going to divide us. Okay, let's see. Does anyone have any questions? Okay, so we are here. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to divide into 2 rooms. So let me see here. So 10 minutes before, 10 or 5 minutes before we finish the conversation, I'm going to bring you back here and to discuss how it works.
Thanks.
Thank you. Guys, I'm sorry I made a mistake. Just one moment. I'm just bringing them back. I'm sorry for that.
I don't know what happened.
Yes, I made a mistake. I brought everyone back and I'm going to do it again. Sorry. Just a moment.
It's okay.
Okay, Taina is the one left. Okay. Okay, just a moment. Okay. Okay. Thank you, guys. See you. So Andre, Lucas, and Taina, we are going to stay together to talk about the topic. So I think Andre is the one that didn't present yourself. So hi, Andre. Good evening. Can you please present yourself?
Hi, good evening, guys.
Good evening.
I'm Andre. I'm 16 years old. I'm from São Paulo's countryside, Santos Pedido, exactly. And I'm a high school student. And I've already taking some classes of TNT.
Oh, great. Nice to meet you, Andre. So I think we all here are from São Paulo, right?
Yes.
Great. So guys, we are today about fanaticism, and I'm going to ask you the questions to read and to answer that. And we are like a really conversation, so we don't have to follow exactly what is here, so you can talk whatever you want, okay? So the first question I'm going to ask you guys, and what do you think fanaticism is? Andre, can you please start?
Fanaticism, I think it is when you, how can I say, you are so obsessive for something, and you just think in it, think in it, talk in it, speak in it, and you can't forget that thing.
Yes, that's true. I agree with you. Tainá, do you think the same? What do you think about fanaticism?
Fanaticism?
Yes, when you are a fanatic of something, what do you think it is?
I agree with him. I think it's when someone is crazy with something for something.
Yes. Yes, that's true. How about you, Lucas?
Oh my God. I think fanatism is something that is too much when when people as a religious thing, right? I think that is.
Yeah, I agree with you all. I think fanaticism is when you cannot talk about any other thing instead of like this specifically thing. Like you try to pursue the people that you are talking that is the best thing ever and stuff like that. I think sometimes fanaticism is like a boring thing because the people just say the same thing always, right? Taina, can you please read the second question for us and answer? We are not listening to you. I think you are on mute.
What is the question?
It's the second one. Do you have it?
No.
No? It's here on the chat. I'm going to send you again.
For you, what's the difference between fanaticism and being a fan of something, someone?
What do you think it is? Like, what is the difference between them two?
I think fanaticism is when someone is crazy, so crazy about something, about someone, for someone. And fun is when someone like another people, I don't know. When someone like and
do you think the difference is in the proportion that someone likes the thing? Like,
I think fanaticism is a bad thing, and when someone is a fan is a good thing.
yes, I agree. How about you, Lucas?
Let me
God,
read the question
Mm-hmm.
again. Is the second one?
Yes, the second.
Second. For you, what's the difference between fanatism and being a fan person? I think the difference between fanatism and fan, I think that fanatism is something, as I said, religious or too much, and being a fan is something is like you admire, you feel good to see the to see someone, to see something. You feel good to be there. You are fun. You are fun. But when you are really religious fanatic, it's a bad thing.
Yes.
I think it.
I agree with you. How about you, Andre? Do you think the same? Do you have anything to add?
Yes, I like it. Something that Lucas said. Fanatism when is too much, and being a fan, it just I like Harry Potter, but I am not going to Universal Park just to visit him and pular from a não sei vassoura to the floor from the castle.
Yeah. Yes, that's true. And I think that's the difference. I think when you are a fan of someone or something, you do not try to pursue people and only talk about it. I think, as Taina said, I think fanaticism is something bad sometimes, and being a fan of something or someone is a good thing. Maybe it depends on the level of being a fan, right? And Andre, are you a fan of someone or something, like something that you really like?
And I don't like something a lot. I just like, then I like a lot of things. Like I was watching some days before How to Get Away with a Murder. It's a cool series. Currently is this one.
Okay, so you are a fan of How to Get Away. Yes. And you just start seeing a series, and then you became fan, right? I was watching recently Round 6, and I was like, "Whoa, I love it!" But I'm not really a big fan of that because we have just one season, right? How about you, Lucas? Are you a fan of something or someone?
I think that I am fan of some TV shows.
Which one?
As Andre said, I have to remember now. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous.
No problem. Feel free. We are just.
Let me see here. I have a list. I know the time is
no
passing.
problem. Feel free.
Let me show here. It's a series that I like too much. That is Good Doctor. Good Doctor.
It is on Netflix. I never watched it.
I think it's global.
Oh, okay.
Good Doctor.
And you have more that you are like a big fan?
Right now I remember just one.
Okay. Not even.
I'm nervous.
No problem. How about you, Taina? Are you a fan of something or someone? A series, a singer?
No, I think I am not a fan of someone or something. I just like some things and series, but I'm not a fan.
Okay, so you are not a fan of nothing like.
No.
Okay. I am a huge fan of Madonna. Since I was 12 years old, I was in a concert of her when she came to São Paulo after I think 15 years, and I was like a child, and I felt completely in love. And after that, I became a huge fan of her. So I have all the CDs, all the DVDs, but I am not a fanatic because I don't talk about Madonna like always. I just like that for me, like to listen to music and stuff like that. So I think I am a huge fan of her, but not fanatic about her. Andre, can you please read the second question and answer? Oh, the second, not the fourth. Sorry.
Do you think fanaticism brings more good things or bad things? Why? It's 50% good and 50% bad. Depends of your point of view.
Why?
If you just a fan, like, yes, I'm a fan. Yes, you could be inspirado for the series, the actor, but if you obsess it, it's not a good thing. But fanatism, it's a bad thing.
Yes, I think the word fanatism, like, we associate with a bad thing. Right. How about you, Lucas? Do you think it brings more good people, good things for the word, or bad things?
I think when we learn fanatism, I think you just think bad things because as you say, the words bring for your mind bad things.
Yes. How about you, Taina?
In my opinion, is a bad thing because when someone is fanatic for other people or something, is so bad because the people do, I don't know how can I say that.
No problem. Feel free.
Because some people is so crazy, and I don't know, I think it's a bad thing.
Yes, and we don't know what a fanatic person is capable of, right? When we are fanatic. And what kind of fanatism do you know, Taina?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah, sure. What kind of fanatism do you know, like religious and
I don't know. Some people do everything for the thing or for the band. I don't know.
Yes. How about you,
It's a
Andre?
little crazy.
Sorry, I interrupt you.
What question?
Is the 5. What kind of fanatism do you know?
Stalking, just it that I could remember now.
Sorry, I didn't get it.
I could just remember now. Stalking.
Stalking. Oh, okay. Yes, that's true. How can I say that? Inclusive, there's a series about that, right? I think it's you, like the guy that is a fanatic about a girl.
Yeah.
Yes, I know that. How about you, Lucas? What kind of fanatism do you know, like, that exists?
I think has a religious fanatism And I think people can be fanatic for your own work too, because if you work too much, you are a fanatic, right?
Yes,
I
and you
think
only talk about the work, right?
yes.
What
I think
more?
I
Just
don't know.
those.
Just
I know another one that I think is about political things. I think there's people that talks a lot about politics, and they only talk about that. So I think they are fanatic. And there's people that also sell things to eat. For example, I don't know, shakes and stuff like that. People that go sometimes into how can I say that? Pyramids. I don't know how to say that. And they are fanatic about what they do. I think it's a little bit about what Lucas said about the work. People they work a lot with that, so they became sometimes fanatic. Have you ever experienced something like people try to pursue you with those kind of things like politics or religious thing or even the shakes? Did you? Yeah,
for
go
me.
ahead. Yeah, for
Yeah.
you three.
Okay. It's the sixth question.
No, I just asked you
Uh,
if like someone ever came to you and talk about politics or religious thing or something,
uh,
try to make you think different than you already think.
uh, I think people. I I see people doing strange things when talking about politics because when you don't agree
Mm-hmm.
with them, they are, I don't know the word, they are uh,
Mm-hmm.
just
Kind of
say
nervous.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is it.
And have you ever argued with someone that were talking with you about politics or religious thing?
Uh,
Like, no, I cannot hear that, or like discuss.
yes, I talk much about much things like
Mm-hmm.
religious, politics, but when the when you see the the person are nervous, I'm just run away and don't talk
Yes.
anymore because I'm a peace man.
Yeah. That's me all the time. How about you, Andre? Have you ever experienced that too?
Can you repeat the phrase?
Yes, we were talking about if you ever experience someone coming to you to try to pursue you about politics or religious thing. How did you behave with the situation?
Every day in my life.
Really? Why?
My to pursue. Ah, não, sorry.
No,
Pursue is just tipo, pursue não é dedicar.
I don't know. I don't know if I was using the wrong word, but it's like to people that a person that is trying to change your mind about.
Influenciar.
Yes.
Yes, every day my uncles, just my uncles. He's so, how can I say burros?
Dump.
They are so dumb.
Really?
And
Why?
tipo assim, they are trying to change my mind about one thing, but
Mhm.
they don't use valid arguments or reasons.
Mm.
Just it is that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it.
Okay, and can you tell us about what it is like, or it's something
About politics?
Politics. Oh, okay. Yes, I think it is the major thing that is happening in Brazil about politics, and I think everyone has like a crença, and you have to, you must have a good conversation about that, not like just putting your point and try to make everyone thinks like you. So I think that's the main problem. How about you, Taina? Have you ever experienced that kind of thing, or do you have someone from your family as Andre that that is always talking about something to you?
Yes. When I disagree about politics,
Mm-hmm.
how can I say that?
No problem. Take your time.
And when I disagree about politics with my daddy, he's a little angry.
Yes, but he's trying to always to make you think like him.
Yes.
And how do you feel?
I don't like it. I think the people have different ideas, and we need to respect it.
Yeah, sure.
All the people.
And only about politics, or is there any
Everything.
Everything? Oh, yes, that's true. And have you ever experienced how did you behave like when your dad or someone come to you and say those kind of things like, you are Lucas, peace, everyone, and like go aside and don't talk about that, or you start arguing and fighting? How about it?
I respect the other opinions.
So you just respect, and that's okay.
Yes.
Okay, great, guys. Let's go to the sixth question. Lucas, can you please read for us? The sixth.
Sixth.
Yes.
What a fanatic person can be like. How does she behave? It's my turn.
Yes, yes, you can say it.
Okay. I think when you talk about fanatic person, we'll think about a rude person, because like you said, they tried different ways to pursue you, to make their opinion your opinion too. And I think they don't behave about the fanatic, about their own fanatic.
Yes, yes, that's true. I think they try to convince you that their thoughts about something are better than yours. I don't know, something like
It's
that.
like a selfish.
Yes,
like selfish.
yes, that's true. How about you, Andre?
I think that there are two kinds of fanatic person. One that is crazy, tipo, kind of she or he try to say to everyone her thoughts, and one who is more intelligent, she don't be split. She or he isn't explicit. She tried to convince you for a lot of talks, and in the end, you'll be with her beliefs.
Yes, I totally agree with this kind of thing that you said, that we have two types, because sometimes people that they always talk, they are not rude and just talk with you, try to convince you. I think it's a good thing, like it's a good thing on their personality, right? Because they are able to convince you about something that you were not thinking about. I totally agree. How about you, Taina? What do you think?
I think a fanatic person can be boring and crazy, because a fanatic person try to change your mind, and sometimes it's boring.
Yes, that's true. I picked this subject because I was seeing a video. I think it was last week. As you guys are from São Paulo, I don't know if you saw it too, but there was a child in a football game, and the child asked for the player a t-shirt, and the other team didn't like, because the child that asked the t-shirt, they were not from this team. Like they cheer from the other team that was competing. I don't know if you guys are understanding what I'm saying. I'm trying to explain the situation. And like the child, the father of this child, people like talked about bad things with him, because the child asked for a t-shirt from the other team, and the child made a video asking for apologies from everyone because of that. But like the guy was a child, like people that were fanatic from this team said bad things about it. So I think it's a rude thing to say, like for a child, because they don't know how the competitive works. I don't know if you saw this video. I think it's Bruninho, the name of the child that made that. I can find it and put in here to make it clear, because I think I didn't I didn't explain very well. But I think that's it. I'm going to send you guys the video here. But I totally agree. I think they behave like very rude with people that think different of them. Let's see, the seventh question. Taina, can you please read for us?
A fanatic is one who can't change his mind and won't change the subject. Do you agree with this phrase? Why?
Do you agree with that?
Yes, I agree, because when someone is fanatic about something, or someone the people don't change your mind and believe how can I say that? And just believe in your, I don't know, how can I say that?
No problem.
And don't believe in the other ideas,
Just their own, right?
just their own. Yes.
How about you, Lucas? What do you think? Do you agree with this phrase, like a fanatic is one who can change his mind and won't change the subject? Like you find it easy to make a fanatic person to think different than they already think?
I think I think it's a hard thing to do because a fanatic person, like the question said, a fanatic is one who can change his mind because this person is a selfish. They don't like other opinions. They don't like people try to convince them that the thing that they are doing is wrong. I think I agree. I agree. It's hard to do this.
Yes. Do you agree either, Andre?
Yes, a person who is fanatic just in the most cases, the person didn't even understand what he or she is saying, because just repeat what is in his or her mind.
Yes. And do you think you can convince them? Like even when you are talking about different things from.
I think in a conversation we can't, but if we live with the person uh, little, pouquinho, explain a little to her him every day, if she or he live in that situation. Yes, I think we can, but not in a talk.
Yes. Yes, I think that's it. When you are talking about step by step, as you said, and also you give facts or data about something, I think it's better to make people for you to convince people, right? And the 8th question, do you think that Brazil is a fanatic country about something like football and politics? Lucas, what do you think?
Let me read the question again.
It's the 8th.
The 8th. I think that Brazil is a fanatic country. I think we have many fanatics people here because when you talk about sports, we in 2025, 2005, we have more fanatics about the export because when you see the news, we see they doing worse things. And
I think we lost your connection. I'm not here. Oh, okay.
the
No, that's
pandemic
okay.
has a good side because people is more.
I think your connection is unstable. I'm not listening. Andre, are you listening, Taina?
Yes.
It's my
Okay.
connection.
Okay. Now
Can
we
you
can
hear me?
see you. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think the sports and religious things. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But the country Brazil is not a fanatic country. We are not a fanatic country.
Do you think so? Do you think there is more fanatic countries than Brazil?
I think because
Mm-hmm.
because when you when you search when you search about fanatic things, we see worse things that other nations did for your own people.
Yes.
We have much worse things like the Jews that
Mm-hmm.
you see. I think you have seen this. Eu acho que você
Mm-hmm.
já viu isso. I think you
Mm-hmm.
have seen. I think it is. Is it? I don't know.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I agree with you. I read the other day a book of Annie Frank about the Jews and stuff like that. So I think we have Brazil is not a fanatic at all. I think only just for sports and politics nowadays, but we are not used to be so much, I think. How about you, Tainá? Do you think Brazil is a fanatic country?
No, but I think um, some people is fanatic about the politics and football, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes they are fighting between the people.
Yes. Every Sunday I watch television like on the Fantástico, for example, and it shows like people fighting in the stadiums, and I was like, oh my god, stop with that. Why are you fighting? How about you, Andre?
I don't think. I think every country has her own her own love. Like Brazilian is parties and sport and beers.
Mm-hmm.
In the USA, for example, I think I have never been to USA, but they like a lot of her their country, like patriota.
Yes.
In UK, Chile, France. I don't know France. That's it. I think every country has your own love.
Yes, yes, I totally agree. Like in Oriente Médio we have this kind of religious fight. North America, we have a different kind of fanaticism about like political maybe, and I totally agree. I think Brazil is not a fanatic country. Like people don't care so much about things here. I think. Um, so I think we have time for just one more question because I'm going to bring people back. The ninth question, I think I already asked you, and let's go to the last one. That is, what signs a person who is becoming a fanatical about something can give? I can give an example of a friend of mine that she started doing CrossFit, and after going to the like fourth class, she started only talking about CrossFit, and I think she became a fanatical about it. And I think the signs that the person do is like to only talk about it, to always try to make the conversation go to the subject, I think, make people's mind. How about you guys? What did you think? What do you think? Can be anyone. Andre, can you please answer?
I don't have a lot of example, but I will tell about my uncles. Like, in the election year, they didn't know about the candidates, and just like sent to them messages on WhatsApp, and they were becoming more and more in that side, and just they started to be fanatic about person.
And sometimes it's fake news.
Yes, right.
A lot of them. How about you, Lucas? What do you think a person can give the signs?
I think a sign that a person is become fanatical is, as you say, when a person talk about one just subject, when they start to forgive other things, they start to not doing other things with people, not hanging out with friends.
Yes, that's true.
And just doing that thing that's in his mind is the first time that is a fanatical person.
Yes, that's true. My friend of CrossFit, she did the same thing. That's true. How about you, Taina? Do you agree with Lucas?
I don't know. I don't know.
What signs a person that is fanatical about something can give?
And some people try to convince me about politics. I don't know, because I disagree with I don't know a good example.
Okay. No problem. Thank you. So, guys, I'm bringing people back. Patricia, you were in the second room. Is there any more people with you guys or not?
With me, I was with Haniele and Fern.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I think everybody's here. So how was the conversation, guys? It's a tough subject, right? Patricia, what did you think?
Yes, it was a tough and reflexive topic we discussed about, and I think we can. In the end, we conclude that fanaticism isn't something good, and that can't bring, in the most part of the time, good things, because when a person decides or adopt this way of thinking, a person like that is too crazy about what it believes, that maybe forget to reflect and understand and consider that other points exist too. And once I choose a point, my point of view isn't the global truth, the total truth. Other things can be the opposite and can be good too. So it's they are a hard person to deal with, and many times brings a bad atmosphere in the places where they are.
Yes, totally agree with you.
Yeah.
That's great.
We must respect these people, although in the most part of times they don't do the same. That's
Yes.
the bad part.
That's the point. Yes, that's true. Totally agree. Hanieli, what did you think about the conversation?
Yes, for me, it was a great conversation. And Fernie and Patricia was a great person to talk. And we discussed
Great.
a lot about the topic, and it's so awesome. So I'm glad to be here for this conversation. Even though the topic is hard to discussing, but we can do it so very well.
Oh, great. I'm happy to hear that. Did you guys manage to finish all those questions, Fern? Or not? We are not listening to you. I think you are on mute. Okay.
For me, it's a good conversation because I made interesting friends, the Patricia and Ranieri. But the best thing in my room, it's a bacteria meteorológica.
Thank you, Fern.
Nobody understood about it,
So,
but it was something.
No,
guys.
the next meeting you will explain for us this.
Explain.
Okay, Lucas and Tainá, it was your first conversation. What did you think? Did you like it, Lucas, Tainá?
Yes,
I
I
like
really
it.
like it. I'm sorry.
No problem. Go
And
ahead.
I really like it. For me, it was amazing. And I think the topic was good.
Okay. Thank you, Tainá.
Thank you.
How about you, Lucas?
I think it was a good conversation, and thank you for being here.
No problem. I appreciate you guys here. Andre is the only one left, but we have to finish that because in the sequence we have another meeting. But I'm going to send you guys here the link of the YouTube. So if you can share to your family, your friends, and feel free to share that to talk with a lot of person about TNT. And I hope to see you guys back here next week or in other meetings too. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice night.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank